It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bolts and the Raiders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Now, from the home of the Raiders since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. Off we go from Vegas. Here's Darius Davis to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass in a real...
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Shotgun now for Herbert. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That one complete to Johnston. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Here's Dobbins. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To throw is Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Now Herbert. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this to about the 28. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Here's a run with Abdullah. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Asante Samuel up from the corner spot to make the stop. Third and 5. He'll try and throw with Minshew. Finding his tight end there. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The Chargers offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now it's Dobbins, and they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A run with Dobbins. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Herbert now on 1st down. Brought in by the tight end, Hayden Hurst with the catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
To throw, it's Herbert. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Will Dissly, touchdown, LA. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. A run here with Abdullah. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting the 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. And when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On the draw, here's Madison. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, it's clear, Mike, this defense is really locked in. They have a clear beat on what this run game plan is. Back-to-back stops for no gain brings up 3rd and long.
Man in motion here is Tucker. To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, calling play action in that situation, that's certainly one choice. I mean, I don't know if it's the conventional choice. That is a passing situation all day. Nobody's biting on play fakes, even a little bit.
Here's A.J. Cole now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Herbert. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st down, Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Herbert to the air again. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets them another 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing again, Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Minshew. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Here's Abdullah. And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Now it's going to be third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Raiders send their punt team out. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try and run for the 1st down with Edwards. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Back deep, it's Trey Tucker. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Well, Raiders offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. He'll push ahead to the 21. Asante Samuel up from the corner spot to make the stop. Second and 7. Again, it's Madison. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Minshew. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now give out of the gun, it's Madison, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll stick with Madison. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Minshew gonna look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On the ground, Abdullah. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On second down, here comes Madison. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 3. On play action, here's Minshew. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. They'll run with Madison. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They'll go with him again. A dive, and he's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders are back in this one. It's 17-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Davis now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. the Chargers offense. And Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Dobbins. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. That one complete to McConkey. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now it's Dobbins trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Marshall is on the move. Now Minshew. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. It's a gain of 34.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
To the air once more is Minshew. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here is 1st and goal. To throw, Minshew. He'll go right back to Myers. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Trey Tucker, touchdown Raiders.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. The tight end going in motion to the left. Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Third and 6. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Vegas.